All right, so today what we're going to do, we're going to talk about percent proportions. But before we do that, we got to talk a little bit about proportions, how to solve them, and what to do with them. So up here, I've got a couple of proportions set up, and proportion is just one ratio set equal to another is all it really is. Okay, so we're going to solve these two, show you how to actually do that, and then we're going to get into what percent proportions are and how to solve those. So you have one ratio set equal to another one. That's a proportion. And what we're going to do is, all we're going to do is cross multiply and divide. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and we're going to multiply 4 times 12. So 4 times 12 is 48. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. So I've got 48. And then we're going to divide by this 3. So cross multiply, divide. Okay? So if it divides evenly, 48 divided by 3 is what you're looking at. If it divides evenly, you're good. So 48 divided by 3, it's 1. We're going to get you 1. Bring this down, and I'm just showing you what we're doing real quick, just so that you can see this. 6. So your answer is 16. So W equals 16. That's what you're looking at. Okay? So cross multiply, divide, get your answer. Okay? Now, same thing here. Just because the variable's up on top instead of on the bottom here, it doesn't change anything. You're going to cross multiply, but you're going to cross multiply the two numbers that are actually opposite each other. So cross multiply, then divide. Okay? 9 times 5, 45. And I set it up as the fraction just because it makes it a little bit easier in instances like this. 45 over 4. Now look, does 4 go evenly into 45? It doesn't. Okay? So you can leave it as the improper fraction, or you can turn it into the mixed number. Okay? Well, there are 10. Nope, that's not 10. It's 12. 12 and 1/4. No, 11 and 1/4. Sorry. 11 and 1/4. 11. Yeah. 4. Yeah. 11 and 1/4. So there are 11 4s that are in 45, and then there's 1 left over, so you get 11 and 1/4. Guys, this is why I leave it like this. That's one of the reasons. 45 over 4. The other reason is this is the usable version of this number. In algebra that we're going to be using, that's what we're going to be using. Okay, so the little quick how to work proportions, really not that big a deal. Okay, but then let's come over here. Let's talk a little bit about some other things here. A percent is a ratio, okay, that compares a number to 100. So the number over 100, right? A ratio is just one number over another, okay? So percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100. To write a percent as a fraction, express the ratio as a fraction with a denominator of 100. So all you're going to do is take whatever the number they say is a percent and put it over 100. Okay, that's the simpler way to say that. Fractions should be expressed in simplest form. Yeah, most of the time that's true, and we're going to deal with that. So here, express each percent as a fraction or mixed number. Guys, if it gives you a percent and they say to express it as a fraction, all you're going to do is take that number and put it over 100. That's what they did right here. 79% equals 79 over 100. That's what it is. 79 over 100. Now that doesn't reduce, so they don't do anything with it. But with what we're going to be doing, because we're dealing with percent proportions here, we're not going to do a lot of reducing here. Not until the end. Okay? So 79 over 100, we're good. 107%, it's still going over 100. So 107 over 100, this is the usable version. Don't convert it to here unless they tell you to change it into a proper fraction or a mixed number. Okay? They do it, but I'm not asking you to do that until the end. Okay? And then you have 0.5%. It's 0.5 over 100. 0.5 over 100. And then what they do is they come in here and because they said put it in its simplest form, they went and moved the decimal over once, moved it over once here. Guys, we're not doing that while we're dealing with percent proportions, because we can use the 0.5 over 100 as one of our numbers. At the end, when we're done, yeah, we'll do all the simplifying and all that stuff, but we're not doing it right now because this number is going to be usable for us, okay? But if you wanted to reduce this, this is how you do it, okay? So then they reduced that number to 1 over 200, and they were good. All right, percent proportion. Percent proportion is the ratio of a part of something to the whole is equal to the percent written as a fraction. Okay. It's the is of statements. You guys have seen this since you were like in 6th grade. Okay? Is of. Percent of the whole is the part. That's what we're looking at. Okay? And what they've done, or what we do here, oh, I hit something. Yeah, there we go. What we've done here is you see this part over the whole equals the percent over 100. Yeah, this is good, but here, let me show you how I write this so that I remember what I'm doing with this. Okay. They use AB equals P over 100. I don't like that. You can use that, and it works, but I like this better. Part over the whole equals percent over 100. You're not going to mess that up. You know this is the part, you know that's the whole, you know that's the percent over 100. Now, there's no reason to put something in the wrong spot. Okay? So, part over the whole equals percent over 100. Use this. I don't like the way they set that up. It works. It does. But you won't mess this up if you pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so, come back over here. Example. They got percent is 25% of the whole, 40 is part 10. They could write this in another way. And what they could do is this. 10 is 25% of 40. Now when you see this, what do you notice? The whole is always after of. Okay? Of a number this is always going to be the whole. All right? The other thing is that you should be able to locate your percent pretty quickly. So there's no reason to mess this up. Okay? Now what are you going to do with this? You're going to take this 10 over the whole equals 25 over 100. Okay? Part, whole, percent, 100. That's what you're looking at. Okay? They're going to give you different ways to see this, but this is what you're looking at. Okay? And we're using part over whole equals percent over 100, and that's what you're using in order to solve this. Now, then we're going to use how you solve a proportion, because, hey, look, it's a proportion. One ratio set equal to another. Then you're going to solve it using a proportion. Okay? All right. I'm going to keep going. %40 of 30 is what number? There's your percentage, right? That's easy to locate. Of 30, oh, there's your whole. So 40. This is always 100, because every percentage is out of 100. Percentage goes here. Oh, I've got the whole. I'm looking for the part. Cross multiply, divide. That's all you got to do. Don't overcomplicate this. It's not that complicated. Okay? But you've got to set it up correctly. If you don't set it up correctly, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. So 40% of 30 is what number? Pretty straightforward. I'm just going to show you a couple other ways that they're going to present it to you so that you understand what you're looking at, and then we're going to be good. Okay? Kelsey took a survey of students in her lunch period. 42 out of the 70 students Kelsey surveyed said their family had a pet. What percent of the students? So you're looking for the percentage. Okay, well, what's the part, what's the whole? Well, 42 out of 70. So part, whole equals percent out of 100. This is still a variable because I put it in place of a number. Okay? Cross multiply, divide, get your answer. Remember that you may have to put it in proper, or leave it in proper form, or put it in mixed number. So when you do it, when you multiply across, divide, make sure that if it doesn't come out evenly, that you put it into that improper form or that mixed number. Okay? Pretty straightforward. 67.5 is 75% of what number? Of what number? You're looking for the whole. Of what number? 67.5 is. That's your part. So, 67.5 over the whole equals 75 over 100. Cross multiply, divide, figure out what your W equals. Okay? And if you wanted to see the math worked out, they have it there. They have it there. They did a little bit of weird stuff here that oh no, they got it right. Okay, they're good. But it's not that big a deal. It's not that hard. If you have any questions over this, come talk to me, let me know. You've seen this before.